I would like to do here is get back to this very important question here. Can you draft a trust where my children can be in school but not be able to be kidnapped by CPS? Can one
Fucking,
put one's
fucking
children
beautiful.
in a trust?
Beautiful, beautiful, powerful question. Any mother, that is the question that they need answered. And yes, the short answer, here's the short and long of it. Yes, right, that's the short. The long of it, it gets very complex and it depends on the situation. How stable is the family unit? If the mother's abusing some kind of substance and is detrimental to the children, well, then you don't want to create a structure where the mother can say, I own it forever. And you definitely don't want to do it if you have any kind of parent that could possibly abuse that, right? At the same time, I hear a lot of fathers say, oh, I tried this, I tried that. Where that dissolves is usually where one of these contracts that you're talking about right now would be needed. That or a situation like you're saying with CPS, where the state comes in, claims ownership over the child. They're not actually claiming ownership over the child, the living child. What they're claiming ownership over is that Cestui Que Vie trust entity, the social security number, that is the thing that perfects it. But if it's a child, it might not have a social security number. So now we're talking about a birth certificate, which was the thing that created it, not the certificate itself. The certificate is just it's a reflection. And it's pretty much like a, hey, here you go. Thanks for signing the employee up for the corporation to be a full-time employee. And by the way, we need to get your signature and the footprints of the baby that we attach to this instrument that we're creating. And we're going to essentially put an insurance contract on their head where on their death, and we all die, and insurance actuaries have measured this stuff. They dialed it down to the T. They know how much every single one of their chattel is worth. And when you're born into this system, you are chattel. The thing is, you're chattel only on paper. This is why I call these dead entities. And I know that a lot of people, that brings some kind of resistance, right? Because the more accurate term is artificial entity. It's artificial. It was created on paper. It doesn't live. It can't breathe. It can't do shit. It can't do the things that it can't love. It can't do that kind of stuff, right? All it can possibly do is interact with other artificial entities through paper. So that entity that was created, the reason I call it dead is because it doesn't contain life unless a living being animates it and works through it. But here's the thing. That's the default contract that we've been given when we come through. And because that's the default contract that we've been given, it's the only thing just through sheer ignorance. And ignorance isn't always bad, it just means that maybe the truth has been obfuscated or hidden from people in such a way that not only that, but life is challenging enough. Who has time to research this kind of stuff but me, right? I mean, in reality. So more back to the point, you absolutely can draft a trust that can commandeer all of those entities that were created